Welcome to NBR Today. Fletcher Building has withdrawn its takeover offer for Steel and Tube after the target's board rejected an increased offer from $1.70 a share to $1.90, plus a special dividend of up to 5 cents a share. Steel and Tube responded, saying it did not support Fletcher Building's revised proposal and that it would need a further 3 to 4 weeks to confirm that view. Fletcher wanted to do the deal under a scheme of arrangement, but needed approval from the Steel and Tube board to do so. Fletcher had been engaging with Steel and Tube on a proposal for 5 weeks, and during that period had received support from major Steel and Tube shareholders Milford Asset Management and Harbour Asset Management. Well, National Party leader Simon Bridges has accused Jamie Lee Ross of being the leaker of his travel expenses, following the release of a PwC report. In a preemptive move, minutes before Mr Bridges' press conference, Jamie Lee Ross tweeted he was not the leaker and has himself promised to dish dirt on the National Party leader. And in an ironic twist of fate, National may now be able to use the waka jumping legislation they fought against to oust the MP from Parliament. I spoke to political journalist Brent Edwards.
I mean, if the caucus voted to get rid of him out of caucus, so he's no longer a National MP in Parliament, per se, that would give Mr Bridges, presumably under the legislation, the opportunity to tell the Speaker that, which would trigger, under that legislation, which got signed into law on October 3rd, a by-election in Botany. Now, the question would be, would National want to have a by-election under those circumstances? I mean, so there will be a number of issues, but that's a clear possibility that might come from this. And I think, again, much of it will depend on, I guess, Mr Ross's reaction over the next few hours or so. If he continues tweeting in the way he has, then the chances, I think, of some sort of considered finality to this is unlikely. That, it won't leave his colleagues with much option but to dump him.
Staying on the political front, Transport Minister Phil Twyford has reassured members of the public they are safe, even though the New Zealand Transport Agency has admitted its regulation of driver and vehicle licensing has failed. The NZTA is investigating 850 files of driver and vehicle certifiers where it has worries they did not meet its certification standards. The minister says he's disappointed that the NZTA failed to carry out its regulatory responsibilities to the standard that he expects. Tech startup Trisata, co-founded by expat Kiwi Richard Morris, has closed a $50 million capital investment deal that values the data analytics company at $1 billion. The investment makes Trisata one of the small club of unicorns. Now, that's a term meaning privately held startups worth $1 billion or more. The US-based company developed predictive data analytics software utilising artificial intelligence capable of analysis of massive amounts of data for a variety of different purposes, automating complex business practices and anti-money laundering. In Shoeshine this week, NBR's Calida Stewart-Menti takes a look at an alternative investment concept that's proved highly successful in the US. So, can it work here? Well, the search fund model sees investors plug in capital into a vehicle for a young entrepreneur who then searches for, acquires, manages and grows that company. Business broker Mandanex Capital wants to introduce them into New Zealand, but Shoeshine suspects it's not going to be easy to line up suitable researchers. Well, looking ahead, after last week's market drop, there's been confusion by many pundits about the cause of the sharp market sell-off. So, are we heading towards a silent market revolution? Head to our website tomorrow to check out Richard Patterson's latest column. For more on these stories, just head to our website. Enjoy your evening.
To unlock your 2 free articles a week, head to nbr.co.nz.